Today, we are revisiting one of the very first accounts that I ever reviewed, Mukiro. Now, back then, Mukiro's account was not in the best place. They had barely any artifacts, barely any built characters, and lots of underleveled weapons. But they were a lucky player, and they had amassed a lot of 5 stars in a very short time, so I knew their account had a lot of potential to be something great. So for the past year, they've taken my advice to heart and used it to totally transform their account. And today, we're going to be taking a look at just how much they've improved.
So ever since Lyney came out, I made it my goal to get him, and I finally did. And that's my first way to make my account better, is focusing on the one DPS I truly love.
So, I remember last time you considered yourself a Keqing main, and she's one of your absolute favorite characters. Is that still true?
Yeah, but then I'm like, oh, I need to build other characters, so she's kind of benched.
But is she built? Has she been improved since last time?
She has, but I haven't been farming or strongbox.
I'm still very curious, because she didn't have much of anything last time, so I'm sure anything could be an improvement. Level 90, alright. 2k attack, alright, little bit of EM there. 6180, not bad. Could be better on the crit rate, but she does buff her own crit rate with her burst. Lion's Roar, R5, excellent weapon for aggravate. And we've got the 2-piece Thundering Fury, still got that 2-piece Thunder Soother on there, I see. C1, was she C1 last time? I don't remember.
No.
And talents, 9, 8, 10, pretty good on those. Okay, let's take a look at these artifacts here. Oh yeah, yep, that is still a really great piece. I think I remember that one. Okay, stats on here, not the best, but hey, 14% crit rate, can't beat that. Oh, nice crit stats on this one, a little bit of ER as well. And the Thunder Soother piece again, lots of attack on this piece. Yeah, if you're gonna get rid of one of your Thunder Soother pieces though, I think the Circlet is the one you could easier replace. And the Goblet, not the best thing in the world, but a little crit, little EM. I can definitely tell, like, you've been farming your Thundering Fury pieces, but yeah, like you said, there's still a lot of room for improvement. I also know you're a big Ayato fan, and last time I gave you a bit of an interesting, maybe some would say controversial suggestion for how to build him. So I'm curious about your Ayato as well. So, to my understanding, this is a burst support Ayato.
Yes, she is.
So this is basically, yeah, just stacking ER for emblem damage on the burst. Oh, get him that final ascension for the last bit of crit damage there. But yeah, 1700 attack, 248 ER. That is nice. Yeah, close to maxing out the emblem passive, and not a bad crit ratio to go with it either. I think Skyward's a great weapon for this one. What's that little extra crit rate on there? Massive ER. And of course 4-piece emblem. But the real question is, do you use him like this? Do you have teams that he finds a use in?
I use him in the Arlecchino team.
Oh yeah, I can see him working in there, yeah. These are, that's a nice emblem piece. Wow. That's a nice one as well. Lots of ER, crit damage. This Hydro Goblet is really nice. Alright, and then you also told me some of the other characters that you've been working on the most were Cyno, Chiori, and Xianyun. So let's take a look at your Cyno. So level 90, very good. Not a whole lot of attack, but lots of EM there for 490, 150 ER, 89. Oh, really nice crit right there. Wow, that's super high. And he's on deathmatch. Okay, that makes sense for the crit rate. Got a 90 that weapon though. Get even higher crit rate on this. Gilded. Okay, very nice. Very resin efficient. Oh my gosh, that is quite the circlet there. Juicy crit damage rolls with EM, ER, and attack. Wow. Not a single dead stat, and it rolled excellently. That is a nice piece. It's crazy that this is an off piece for him, because this is a useful Deepwood piece in general. Like, you have Nahida, right?
Mhm.
Oh. Okay, we'll look at that one later. We'll come back to that. Okay, EM Goblet, alright. I see that's where that lots of EM comes from. Yeah, not bad stats overall. The one thing I think would be like getting a little bit more crit damage. Other than that, pretty balanced stats. He's a very hard character to build.
He is fun to play with, though.
Yeah, you mentioned Xianyun as well. Let's see. Attack seems kind of low. Only 1500. Lots of ER though. Got her on Thrilling Tales. Excellent. Okay, 4-piece emblem. Alright, interesting. Hold on. I'm confused. Why did you go for 4-piece emblem on her?
Because I use her for the physical DPSs I have, so I wouldn't think VV would work with them.
That's true. Well, that's true. I still think Emblem is not necessarily the best choice for her because Emblem, 2-piece, yeah, to help with ER. 4-piece is mostly just going to increase her own personal damage, which her burst doesn't really do. It's a healing burst. Yeah, so I would switch this to like 2-piece Emblem, 2-piece attack, 2-piece attack, or a lot of people do Noblesse. Yeah, she mostly just wants ER and attack. Yeah, you don't really need crit rate unless you're putting her on Fav. That's her thing, is like she wants to max out her attack stat because that's what her plunge buff scales from. Plunging attack, shockwave damage increases by 200% of her attack, which can get up to 9,000. So obviously it maxes out at 4,500 attack, which is very hard to do with like base stats and artifacts and whatnot. So like trying to get like at least 3k I think is a good benchmark for her. And then that frees up some of your emblem pieces to go to other characters, because everybody in this game wants emblem. Okay, my girl Chiori. The 85, 1800 defense, 56, 201. Okay, crit rate could be a bit higher, but good crit damage. Harbinger, alright, very nice. And Golden Troop, okay. And C1, okay. Is there a reason why you went for C1 on her?
Well, I was trying to get Mukiro on the Chronicled, but I got Chiori instead.
That is so funny because the exact opposite happened to me. I was trying to go for Chiori C2 and got my Miko C1 instead. Oh, that's great. Okay. Oh my gosh, 28% HP. Yeah, that one could use some improvement. And the Geo Goblet is, well, it's on set. Overall, this is a pretty solid build. I'd just say like a little higher crit rate would be nice, but although you are on Harbinger, so like, ignore me. what am I thinking? You get 28% crit rate from that one, so you're like, yeah, you're well over 80%. You're fine. Alright, so I think it's time. I know you have a pair of very silly 4-star DPS builds that you are very passionate about. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your Mika and your Dahlia?
I don't know why, but I had like a strong sense of like, oh my god, Mika is like one of my favorite characters now. What if I build him and Dahlia as a physical DPS? And that's what I've been focusing on like the past few months.
Which I totally understand, dropping everything to focus on a random 4-star DPS build. So I totally respect the effort. Let's see here, 2100 attack, it's nice. 64, 137. Crescent Pike, alright. Got the physical damage sat on there, and R5, even though the refinements. Oh, the refinements do matter. I don't think I've ever actually like properly read the passive on this thing before. Okay, 2-piece attack, 2-piece physical, pretty good. C6, alright. And the normal attack is crowned. You know I gotta be extra critical of the physical pieces. Okay, 17% defense on that one. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, that's a 40 CV flower right there. And oh, attack goblet, I see. No physical goblets.
I felt like he had like way a lot of physical damage already, so I thought attack goblet would help.
I mean, you can never have too much physical damage bonus because it's physical and it's way disadvantaged compared to, you know, every other like elemental damage bonus because there's so few ways to actually increase physical damage besides like Farina. You can get more attack from just about anywhere nowadays. If you have a non-C6 Bennett, you have a Neon-san, if you have a Mabwika even, like, there are a lot of options for attack buffs in this day and age. So I would definitely, like, try for a physical goblet. It'll probably yield better results. Even though seeing that 2100 attack, you know, as a base stat looks really nice, it'll probably balance out to be better in the long run with your team building. Yeah, both your crit rate and your crit damage could stand to be higher. The crit damage especially stands out to me as a bit low because, I mean, with cryo you can remedy the crit rate a little bit, cryo resonance and whatnot.
I haven't been getting lucky in the domains I was when I was farming for him.
Directly in Bloodstained or directly Shimenawa's or?
Directly in Bloodstain, so I can also get the Noblesse for Rosaria.
Oh yeah, that's pretty efficient for you then. Yeah, the one good thing about farming physical artifacts deliberately is that both of the domains also have really good support sets in them. So, okay, now let's take a look at a more recent one, Mr. Dahlia here, and he is on Absolution. Oh my gosh.
It looks so pretty on him.
It does look really good on him. Like, he looks like a fancy French musketeer. See, 7207, that Absolution is doing wonders for that crit damage. And 1800 attack, okay. And this is also, yeah, also 2-piece physical, 2-piece attack. And, oh, your talents are talents in a little work here, but I assume they're a work in progress.
They are.
It doesn't even highlight the crit damage. It's like, you're insane if you want to try to make this character do any damage. Only crit rate. Okay, yeah, 24% crit damage on there though, not bad. Crit rate, a little bit of crit damage, lots of attack. Physical goblet here is really nice. It's a CV on that one, 26. Another 40 CV piece there. Yikes, that is nice. You can tell Dolly is the current favorite because he has this one and Mika doesn't.
He does.
These are honestly pretty nice pieces. Yeah, and your crit rate is not really suffering either. You've got pretty balanced stats here. But his attack speed still increases based on his HP. So you have to reconcile like how much you want to invest into his personal attack and how much you want to invest into his HP so he can self-buff. So yeah, he has 19k right now, which is not that much higher than average. I think leveling him to 90 would definitely help with that, at least a little bit. So looking at this big old roster of characters here, which there are a lot of them, I can tell you are still an incredibly lucky player, because you have gotten a lot of 5 stars over the past year.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm lucky because of the Xianyun incident.
The Xianyun incident? Do you want to explain that one to me?
So it was during Risley's and Farina's banner. I was trying to get Xianyun, but I got Risley. So I'm like, I guess I'll pull on Farina's banner then. Like 13 pulls later, I get a Gene constellation, and then I'm like, I guess that's the pull, and I got C1 Farina after a few pulls, and still no Xianyun.
Oh my. Okay, yeah, C1. This is a pretty nice constellation to accidentally get, but... And why were you going for Xianyun? Just to have him, or...?
Yeah, because he's the only 4-star I don't have.
I was wondering where Risley was in the screenshots you showed me. Okay, that throws a bit of a wrench in one of my ideas for later, because if he was built, he would be a really great character to take into the current Abyss. Because he would do really well against the freaking cryo mech boss. But I think we've led the audience on long enough. I think it's finally time to talk about the character that motivated you to go on this journey in the first place. Your Lyney.
My Lyney!
And I had to make sure I looked up a Lyney guide before I came here because I do not know a whole lot about this character. He was one of the featured Imaginarium characters a couple patches ago. I was out of left field trying to use him. So I now understand him a bit better. So 2100 attack, okay. 48, 169, 146 ER. And let's see, I'm assuming Romero Chaussee, yes. So that 48 becomes 82, 84. You're over 80%, but it's pretty good. We're on the Song of Stillness, the free-to-play option, which is nice. So it works, it just makes building crit more difficult. Little crit rate on this, little ER. Pyro Goblet here. Was this crafted?
No, I don't think so.
No, okay, that's a pretty lucky pull on your own then. Yeah, 30 CV with ER on there. And attack sands. Yeah, that's crit damage on there. Okay, I can see you have lots of attack stats in a lot of your pieces, but I can definitely see why the crit damage is a bit low. It looks better in the pieces, I guess, than it gets reflected in the ratio because 170 seems low, but I think also it's because often a lot of people are putting him on a crit damage weapon, which obviously gives him a much higher baseline. So I think for having this weapon on him, this is very fine. And yeah, C0. I know you mentioned you wanted to go for some cons for him in the future.
Hopefully I can get C6 is my dream.
Going for C6, okay. And triple crowned, of course. Love to see it. I want to compliment as well. I've been seeing a lot of fully leveled weapons today. I remember that was something that you really struggled with last time, so that is really nice. See all these level 90s, or at very least like level 80, 90s. I always say, every single person, level your weapons is the easiest thing you can do. Even easier than leveling the character themselves. Okay, yeah. So let's go through some of these newer characters that you got on your account. I'm curious about the Arlecchino here, of course. Got the signature, I see that already. And C1, which, was this an intentional C1?
No, I just couldn't stop and I got it at 2 pity.
2 pity, oh wow, I wish that was me. But okay, let's see, level 90 signature with 2600 attack. A little bit of EM on there. 59, 201, could be higher on the crit rate. I only got a 2-piece whimsy here. I see you have a 3-piece on here. Are you trying to go for a 4-piece?
Yeah, but then I stopped building her because I'm like, oh my god, Mika.
Mika takes priority. So
I thought about giving Mika Arlecchino's weapon.
I mean, I suppose you could for just the crit rate. I don't think... Yeah, so I suppose technically he could get the first part of it because the weapon itself gives you a little bond of life. So we'd get the damage bonus part of it. So it might not be a terrible idea to test it on him, actually. Yeah, I would be interested to see if, by virtue of simply being a 5-star weapon, it outpaces just the damage bonus for physical. This seems like pretty typical whimsy luck, which is to say, absolutely abysmal, because this domain hates everybody. So, yeah, there's attack goblet. Okay, this is not bad though. There's definitely lots of room for improvement in these pieces, but it is for sure a usable build. I think for having both the weapon and the C1, like, I would encourage you to go back and invest more into her, because she will definitely give you a good return on investment. Let's see, Miss Shalone in here. Alright, so on the dev percent weapon. Let's see, 135 ER, 3400 defense. Wow, you were in some really good heals. But do you have a spare fav that she could use?
I have not got any fab swords.
Let's see, we have 1 on Kirara here, and a level 20 on Bennett. Now hold on now. What's going on with that one? Does he normally have a different weapon, or is this just...
He does okay-ish.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's on a mono pyro team, so he gets enough energy.
Well, sure, that may be the case, but you do know that, like, the one other thing Benny wants, maybe more important than energy, is base attack. And you can only get that from leveling him and leveling his weapon. Base attack 295. This guy gives a 200 attack bonus. This guy gives less attack than a feather. Oh dear. At least he's got noblesse. And you've got a spare skyward right here. Oh my god.
I forgot about that.
It's his now. I don't care if it's level 1. It's his. Level this up to 90. And he's saved. He'll be fine. Yeah, especially with being in monopyro. Like you said, there's lots of particles. So Fav isn't as much of a necessity. And also, you know, just higher base attack is honestly way more worth it to prioritize for Bennett. Okay, and Miss Farina down here. The unfortunate C1. Or maybe fortunate. Okay, these talents though. Come on. Level 7 skill, level 6 burst. Get both of those up to level 8 at least. Other than that though, R5, 90 fluve. Very nice. 34k HP, not 90 but 87, so like it doesn't really matter. 41, 117, not the greatest crit ratio, but at least she does have good ER. Which this is a crit damage she's on. Oh, she's on HP. I was gonna say though, if you could make this piece that Chiori has currently work, that is a huge HP stat that would be really nice. HP Sands, HP Goblet, yeah, so she doesn't need triple HP. I would suggest going for crit on this one, at the very least. You'll get more damage out of her, which is not insignificant in most of her teams, because she's a very powerful sub-DPS.
I haven't really been focusing on Farina. I'm like, ooh, I want to build this 4-star, I want to build this 4-star, and then she got forgotten.
I seem to remember that was thing you struggled with before as well, like, yeah, always being distracted by new shiny thing.
Like my Dahlia.
Yeah.
I knew actually I'm starting to build Nahida. I was actually farming artifacts for her today because the talent books were not open.
Okay, yeah, 500 EM. Make sure to 90 her, because she'll like that. Sack frags, very nice. Yeah, I can tell these aren't fully leveled. There's not really much to judge here yet. These seem pretty fine so far. Lots of EM on here. I would say go for crit on the circlet here. Like this one Cyno has. If you can get a good replacement for Cyno on, because it's an off piece for him, put this piece on Nahida because she will like that piece a lot. Yeah, obviously this is a work in progress build, so there's not much to judge here. Talents are pretty nice though. I see a couple other level 80s down here. I remember Navia from last time. Oh, looks like she hasn't been used.
She got the new Valette treatment.
What about Varessa? Oh, she's not abandoned, doesn't seem like it.
I just got fed up with the Natlan artifact domain.
Yeah, that domain has been very cruel to me as well. I see, yeah, these aren't fully leveled either. But I mean, she is a very strong character. I mean, both her and Clorinde here. I remember you said Clorinde is kind of sharing with Keqing at the moment. Yeah, but both her and Clorinde are still very strong Electro DPSs, so, you know, if you want to have an Electro DPS around that's not Keqing, then I would pick one of them to focus on, but I know you're loyal to your girl.
I am.
Lots of level 16 75 stars down here. A random Ayaka jump scare. Level 60 is Escoffier, Sit Lolly, and a Nilu even.
Oh, I think I was gonna make her a freeze Nilu.
Oh yeah, Freeze Nilu. I do remember this. And I assume that's who you pulled Escoffier for.
Yeah.
Well, I do recommend building Escoffier because she's a very relevant character right now. Not just for freeze teams, but also just she's kind of like the best cryo applicator out there at the moment. So you want to do like Melt Arlecchino or something like that. Or same thing with Sitlolly. She's really good for Melt. Seems like maybe spending a bit more time in the Natlan artifact domain and maybe a bit more time in Golden Troop and would do well for quite a few characters here, it seems.
I remember from the video, you're like, first you talked about Neuvillette, and then you went to Ayato. You're like, Ayato, who cares about you?
Leaving him like this for so long is a crime, my man. Ayato, who cares about you?
And so that's why I never worked on Neuvillette. He's retired now.
He's gone out to pasture. He's living at the retirement home.
The reason why I pulled for Arlecchino was, oh, I just want to complete the family, and then I just abandoned her. Things I like about Arlecchino, her son.
That reminds me of the family. You've got a Lynette down here. Have you built her at all?
I tried working on VV.
Yeah, okay. This is not bad. I mean, yeah, you've got a VV set. ER Sands, that's good on her. Yeah, you probably don't get many opportunities to use her, but for something like theater, where you need a lot of characters and whatnot, she'll probably do really well for you there. I mean, there's Jean here, but Jean is level 60 and dull blade and no artifacts, so I'm assuming she's not of much interest.
She was the first 50-50 I lost to.
That's rough, and I can see you've lost twice more. Oh yeah, one more character I wanted to spotlight, because I remember back in the day you said you'd never get official. That was your comment on the videos. You'd never get one. And look who's here.
Oh yeah, I think she was on the Zhongli banner with Neuvillette.
Is that where you got her from?
Yeah.
You know I gotta judge my girl official. First, definitely 90 her. Because she's so often used in Aggravate, she's a character that definitely wants to be 90. 277 EM, that's nice because you've got stringless. Crit ratio needs a bit of work. Yeah, R5 stringless, very nice. 4-piece Golden Troop. Yeah, I see. So you've got lots of good stats on the pieces here, but not a great wealth of crit stats, which is why your ratio looks like that. She probably does pretty good in a support role because she's got the high EM and she's got pretty high ER as well. But you're probably not getting a lot of damage out of her. So yeah, and that's another point for going back into Golden Troop. And then when you do, she will be an excellent support for Keqing. You're very close to having a very nice team for Keqing. Just put a little bit more work into Official and Nahida, and then they'll do pretty well. Overall, I think you've done a really good job focusing on some specific characters. I can definitely see where the improvements have come from and that you have put in a lot of work. Like you said, like you're still getting distracted sometimes with, focusing on the silly builds and whatnot. And I think that's fine. Because Genshin is a low stakes game anyways, and you have plenty of characters to get you to clear content currently.
I have gotten past floor 11, 11-3.
Have you completed floor 12 yet?
Not yet, but I'm planning to.
Would you like to try today?
No.
If more of your cryo characters were built, we'll say, you would have an excellent team for first half of this abyss. As it is now, it might be a bit of a struggle, but I think I can get through floor 11 no problem. What's your typical Arlecchino team? I'm curious.
So, Ayato, Xingqiu, Kirara, and Arlecchino, of course.
I think I'm gonna nix Kirara for you and slot in Jalonen. We pull in a Nahida. We could do Cyno. Nahida, Farina, Baiju.
I normally use Beto to help with Cyno.
I'm gonna try this team. if I have ER issues with him, I'll see about slotting in Beta or somebody. And oh, it's a monolith. I always forget that about floor 11. Why do they do this? They just throw this in here for one chamber just to piss people off. Okay, and nobody make fun of my Nahida gameplay, 'cause remember, controller player. Cyno seems to be doing pretty alright with his ER. I'm pretty impressed by that here. And that's just me and my controller input lag that is holding me back here.
You got this.
Oh, come back here. Okay. Oh, hello? What was that? Can we save our burst for the next chamber? There we go. Not too bad. This should be a piece of cake here. Yeah, it's just Arlecchino vape. Nothing much to this. And that's easy. Okay. Chamber 1 with 3 stars. I don't remember what this is. I think this is, yeah, mushrooms. These guys melt pretty easily with Dendro, though, so I think we should be fine. Oh yeah, look, we're tearing through them. And thank you, Baiju, for the very timely heal. Okay, can we finish him off? Oh, there's another one. Frick, I thought that was the last enemy. Okay, never mind. Little annoying with the Electro Shield here, but again, I think we're doing pretty fine. And done. This one might be the Hydro enemies. We might be a little screwed when the second wave comes through. Yeah, it's this guy. Oh gosh. Okay, come on. We just need to live this. I'm gonna burst. Okay, thank God. That was kind of a sick ending.
It was.
Oh, it didn't actually heal me though because it happened after the chamber ended. So Arlecchino might be on life support. Oh, this idiot. And it's like, at least on the floor 11, like he's not that tanky. It's just that he runs around all over the place.
The last time he was on Spiral Abyss, I defeated him with Lyney. It took like, I failed once because it was that one attack where it was like a nuke.
Come on. Come on, finish him off. There we go. Oh, Arlecchino. Oh, it's not. He still have my burst. Nice. We'll start with that then. And stop teleporting away from me, you wench. Okay, she was an easy kill. Oh, and that's this idiot. And of course he's got Buku Hydro Res. I am pleasantly surprised at Ayato's performance in this team. He seems to be working quite well. I admit I was a little skeptical of how well he would work. But, oh, Arlecchino, where are you going? Now, floor 12. This is where we have to get a little creative with our team building.
I think the only cryo DPS I only have built is Mika.
Yeah, I mean, okay. You have a Layla and a Rosaria. What's the build looking like on these ladies?
I built Layla as a shielder for Lyney.
Layla, okay. Got tenacity at least. We're C4. Okay, that's something. And we have talents. Layla might work. I have been able to get through this boss with Layla Rosaria because I am also not someone who owns a cryo DPS. I have Eula. That's my best option. Okay, Rosaria's on Valve. Rosaria's got Noblesse. C6 even. Well, that doesn't really matter much unless you're physical. Talents. We might be able to do this. We might just be able to do this. The problem is what team do we build around those two? My team that I've been using is Arlecchino Melt. But then who goes on the second half? Because we don't have a Mavwika or anybody here. Keqing Overload? Oh, you have a Chevreuse, but she is level 20. Okay. I could try Varessa as well, because it is the Natlin enemy.
Varessa's not really built good.
She's not, but she has half of a build. We might not do very well on these chambers, but we might be able to get through it. We'll see. I think I want to force Arlecchino onto the first half here. We'll go Layla's Rosaria, and then I'll do Shalonen, maybe? Yeah, that sounds about right. How good is Xiangling?
She's okay-ish.
We got an R5 catch, we got a 4-piece emblem, and we got a C6 and some talent levels. 200 DR? This should work. Maybe I just put Bennett in there to help battery Xiangling. Official Xiangling. Bennett. Veressa. We'll see. I just want to see if I can make the first half work for now. I don't know what the energy situation is going to be like here, because on my team, both my Lila and my Rosaria are on Fav, which means they both get their burst back very quickly. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be okay. Rosaria is a little slower on the uptake, but having Xianyun in here helps. Ooh. Arlecchino is on life support. Oh, and Rosaria's dead. Okay. Maybe it's worth it to use Xianyun's burst to make sure the other members of the party don't die, huh? Just because Arlecchino can't use it doesn't mean Rosaria won't appreciate it. I think this is very doable with this team here. It's just a matter, I think Rosaria is struggling a little bit on the ER front because Layla doesn't have a Fab. I need to pay attention to where my stuff runs out. I'm getting too fixated on watching the health bar go down, and then I forget about what else is going on my screen. Oh, did I forget? Oh, I forgot to set up her skill again. Oh, that's no good. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Let's try that over again. If I can get you through this first chamber, at the very least, I will say this was successful. Oh, you motherfucker.
Damn.
It's okay, I wasn't playing that very well. Okay. Respectfully, I think I'm gonna shove your Layla onto that level 1 Fav that we borrowed from Bennett. We need those particles. In fact, I'm just gonna borrow for now Kirara's leveled Fav, actually. Crit rate's kind of not there. Borrowing Beto's Circlet as well. I think with that, with Layla providing a little bit more particles, that'll just be the consistency we need. Oh yeah, you can see she already got her burst back. That's what I like to see. Oh, don't forget the skill. And yeah, seems like Rosaria is getting particles much faster too. I like this. Okay, yeah, we got this. Okay, like one more rotation maybe. And come on. There we go. Your Arlecchino got through floor 1-1. Oh, now this half. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Whoops. It's so annoying when they put these little mini enemies before the actual boss because you have to waste all your bursts and your energy and... Yeah, it's just so obnoxious. Yeah, the damage is just not happening on Veressa, isn't it?
Nuh-uh.
Xiangling is doing more damage. And not just because she's Xiangling. Veressa is just like a reaction enabler here. Oh, Veressa's dead. It was unfortunate because we finally got to the boss. Okay, let's give this one a fair shake. And these guys are so obnoxious, I don't even think I'm gonna worry about. And... oh, come on, girl, get off the ground. What are we doing? Oh, our ER is all over the place with this. Alright, new plan. How badly do we need Pyro? Oh, pretty badly, because those things. Chamber 2. I think it's time to bring out Lyney. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, we're using Layla top half So who would you recommend? So we're obviously in a pair with Ben and Xiangling.
I usually have a shielder because he's always in aim, so I also have Kiora.
If I start dying, I'll switch it out. I'm gonna wonder for a moment how Farina does, just to squeeze a little more damage out of the team. I wonder, even though your Scoffier is only level 60, I wonder if just by virtue of how much application she does, it'll make this quicker. Okay, yeah, actually, yeah. That is going down a lot faster, I think. Or at the very least, we're keeping the bar down a lot easier. And our cryo application is lasting a lot longer. Oh yeah, that's faster. Okay, never underestimate the power of level 60 coffee. Yeah, look how much faster we're going. Oh my god. This is kind of insane. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Can I burst? Finish it off? No. Oh god. You're gonna make me do it, aren't you? There we go. Still, a lot better. Okay, let's see how Lyney handles this. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong button. Controller skill issue. Oh god. And Bennett has already run out. Okay, well that was a full rotation and we still didn't take down this stinking stupid bats. Granted, I did mess it up a bit. Oh yeah, without a shielder this is getting a little dicey. Oh my god, this is really dicey, my god. Don't fly up. Don't make me tilt my controller that way. That hurts my hand. Oh, Farina. Oh, it's okay. Oh, Bennett. Okay, we did kind of need him. God, it's those freaking bats that make that second side so annoying. Well, I believe I'll leave it here for you. I think it's very possible for you to get through those first two floors with those teams, or at least teams very similar to those. My point being from all of this that your account still has a long way to go, sure, but it is also a lot stronger than you think right now. I think, if anything, it's just a really great testament to your improvement and the way you've really committed to bringing your account up to a whole new level. It warms my heart to see people taking my advice from these videos and using it to do great things. Because that's what it's all about. That's what I do it for. Okay, Mukiro. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for letting me take a look at your account once again. It has been a blast going through everything and seeing everything and getting to test out your Abyss. I encourage you to try it again on your own time, but if you don't want to, that's cool too. Anyways, you want to say goodbye to the people? Anything you want to leave off with?
I guess this was my gambler's first rise.
Alright,
Bye-bye.
Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. And if you would like to have your own account reviewed, please take a look at my Discord down in the description. There's a channel in the Discord you can go to and see if your account is worthy of being reviewed. If you think you have a better physical DPS Dahlia than Mukiro, show it off. We'll take a look at just about anything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.